What's going on, everybody? This is Ricondo, a real Falcon fan, coming back at you with another video. Today, we're going to talk about some Atlanta Falcon news. Before we get into that, I want you guys to hit the subscribe button for my channel, hit the like button, and please go in and provide comments and let me know what you guys think about some of the stuff we're talking about, and let me know what you think about the Atlanta Falcons as well. So today, as you guys all know, that we actually signed 2 free agents to fill our 90-man roster. We actually had 89 players on the roster today, so we had to release one, which was the casualty was Tony Brooks James, the running back that I talked about in my last video that I felt that had a chance to compete for a one of the running back spots on the 53-man roster. But like I said, he was a holdover from the last regime, so he probably was the odd man out. And I think they left the door open for Javian Hawkins to actually make the 53-man roster. So with that being said, the 2 people that we did bring in today was Jason Spriggs and Emmanuel Ellerby. Jason Spriggs was a offensive lineman who actually played all 4 spots on the offensive line except for the center spot. So he got great versatility that the Falcons will be able to use. That's also put us at 15 offensive linemen, which also means that Matt Gunno injury is probably more serious than we assumed before. And the report saying that he's probably going to be able to come back during the season. He still might be able to come back during the season, but I think he might be out for the rest of the season. So Jason Spriggs is actually somebody that probably going to end up being that swing tackle because, like I said on my last video, I think Jalen Mayfield is going to be competing for that left guard spot, and I think he should beat out Josh Andrews for that spot. So I think Jason Spriggs actually going to end up being that swing tackle. Now, if you're looking at Jason Spriggs' NFL career so far, he has not played well. He was somebody that was highly sought out when he was coming out of the draft after Indiana. He's very athletic. He's very versatile. He showed good potential to be a great run blocker. Also, he has showed some glimpses of being a great pass blocker as well. So hopefully, he found a home here in Atlanta with Dwayne Ledford and Arthur Smith, somebody that can help him, get his technique better, and he can learn from somebody like a veteran like Jake Matthews, and hopefully he actually find a home here. But with all that depth we got offensive line, I really believe that we're going to be able to find 5 offensive linemen, the best 5 that we can put on the field to start the season on September 12th against the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's going to be very exciting to see that competition across the offensive line, and between those 15 offensive linemen, 14 because Matt Gunno is injured, we can actually see who's actually going to be those 5 starter offensive linemen and who's going to actually make the 53-man roster. So the next person is Emmanuel Ellerby, offensive outside linebacker that we brought in, and I think that was kind of a surprise to a lot of people because a lot of people assumed that we was going to bring in a veteran, somebody like Justin Houston that's still out there. Melvin Ingram is no longer out there because he signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But somebody like Justin Houston, maybe a cornerback like Steven Nelson, somebody else that was still out there, which could mean a couple of things. One thing could mean that Dean Pease and Arthur Smith felt like they had the pieces here on the team to produce that pass rush that's needed, or are they just waiting to give these guys a chance to compete and see if they have what it takes, and then maybe later on in training camp they actually bring in somebody like a Justin Houston if he's still out there, to complete that pass rush that we need. So, but I think Emmanuel Ellerbe is just going to be a camp body. He might be able to find his niche here, but from what I've seen, I don't see that he's somebody that's going to come in and actually beat out some of the people that we already have here, like a Stephen Means, a JTM, a Okendeji, um, a Michael Walker, a Dante Fowler Jr. We got some other free agents that we brought in that might also be over Emmanuel Ellerbe. However, he's still gonna have a chance to compete, um, and he might can beat out some of these guys that's already on the team. That's all you can ask for when you sign a contract, and when you come in a training camp, is a chance to actually compete. Well, and that's all you can ask for any team. Give me a chance, and I'll show you what I can do. And hopefully, maybe, he can be a diamond in the rough, somebody that comes in and shine in preseason, shine in camp, and show us something that we're not expecting. But with that being said, that's the only news that we had today. I'm ready. Tomorrow we actually start training camp. Just like T.O. said, get your popcorn ready. Let's go. Let's see what this 2021 Falcons team is gonna be all about. Starting tomorrow up until hopefully sometime in February, you know, see if we're gonna actually be able to make it that far. No predictions right now. It's too early. Like I said, we got a lot of new faces in on the team. We got a whole new coaching staff, a lot of new schemes. I mean, if you think about it, we put in a new offense, a new defense. We got a new special team coordinator as well. We lost Julio Jones. We got one running back who was on the team last year. We got a phenom tight end that we got to actually be able to incorporate. We got a new number one receiver in Calvin Ridley. We still don't know who our third receiver is going to be. So it's just a lot of question marks going into camp. But that's the exciting part. It's always good to not know and not know what to expect going in. So I mean, this for any Falcon fan that's going in this year, it's really exciting because we don't know what to expect. I know last year and the year before that, we kind of we got the pieces. We know we could do this because we did it before, but it was the same old, same old. We started off slow, and then somewhere around week 8, we started to get our stride, and then we already out the playoffs. So we're back to the drawing board again, and so hopefully we could get some kind of energized with this new regime and come in, hit the ground running, and let's see how far we can go. I think our between our first and second game, because first game, I'm gonna go out and say it. I think we should be able to win that game. We play the Philadelphia Eagles. They do have a good defensive line. They have some somewhat secondary. They do have one cornerback who's pretty decent, but other than that, I'm not pretty much worried about their secondary. So I think we should be able to beat Philadelphia. But the test's going to come week 2 when we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in their home stadium. So that's going to be our measuring stick, how well we play against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We don't have to beat them, but we got to let them know that we're not the same old Falcons from last year. Tom Brady, welcome to a new regime here in Atlanta. So, with that being said, that's all I got. Well, tomorrow, like I said, we kicking off training camp, and I'm ready. One last thing, I was out on Twitter today, and actually I saw a gentleman who's still talking about Super Bowl 51. Let it go. and he talking about Matt Ryan, the reason why we lost. Let it go. If you watch that Super Bowl, it's no way that you can blame Matt Ryan for actually losing that game. It's no way. Just let it go. I mean, we don't have to go back over and hash exactly what happens. I mean, Kyle Shanahan actually came out and publicly stated that the way he called the game kind of screwed up what happened, why we lost. And then if you think about the defense being on the field for 90 some plays, it's no way. Matt Ryan did not was not ever behind in that game, the whole game. So think about it. The only time Matt Ryan was behind in that game is when we lost. So the whole game, Matt Ryan had a lead until we lost the game. So he never played from behind. He had 144 quarterback rating. He only missed 6 passes. So let it go. I just had to say that. I know we had the civil war this offseason about drafting a quarterback or not drafting a quarterback. Look, we took Kyle Pitts. The regime felt like Matt Ryan still had what it takes to lead this team and put a winning product on the field. So if you're a real Falcon fan, like myself, if you're a real Falcon fan, you'll ride it out with what we got and believe in the quarterback who's been here 13 years and been consistent. And when his time is up, his time's going to be up. But until then, hey, let's get on board and let's ride with our each player on this team. When they play for the Atlanta Falcons, you need to be ride or die for that player, no matter what. That's just the bottom line. If you ain't that, you ain't no real Falcon fan. I'm just telling you right now. When they mess up, we call them out. When they mess up, we call them out. That's what we do. But it's no way you watch that game and try to put the blame on Matt Ryan for that game. It's no way. With that being said, people, that's all I got. This is Ricondo, a real Falcon fan, coming at you with another video. Please comment about what I was just talking about with the Falcon news. Let me know what you guys think about the new addition that we got. Do you think that Jason Sprigg actually going to be that swing tackle? Do you think Jalen Mayfield going to win that left guard battle on the offensive line? Or you think John Andrew is going to somehow have a season that he had never had before? And if that's the case, that'd be great. But time will tell. That's why we're going to have the account battles. With that being said, people, this is Ricondo, real Falcon fan, out.